All right, guys, here it is. This is it. This is the one that I've been talking about for years. The Fitco Reaper that has the eyes that move in and out. That there were no pictures of, no videos of. It. Someone finally sent me the link. This popped up on Facebook Marketplace. It was in Pennsylvania. I think it might have actually been Mr. Snow Business that sent me the link. I think. But yeah, I have it. One is finally found, so it's no longer extinct anymore. There's finally going to be some footage of this thing. I don't know if this is Fitco's rarest prop of all time, but it's definitely up there though. Because again, I only had this one day. This is the one I've always talked about. I only had it for one day in 2004. It's from Kmart, and I had it one day, and I took it back to the store because I didn't really care for it. It was boring. All it does is move its eyes in and out. So it was never seen again after that. And then next year they had the Swain version, which I didn't really know what the Swain version was going to do, because in the box it doesn't move at all. You just hold down the button and it plays the audio. So when I took it home and saw that that one swayed, I really liked that one. But yeah, for some reason though, I thought this one looked identical to the Swain Reaper. I totally did not remember it looking like this. This is the same mold as the spinning, the ones that have the spinning eyes. I thought it looked exactly the same as the Swain Reaper, but again, I only had it for one day, and that was 2004. I was so young, so I wouldn't really remember the details of it. The only detail I remembered of it were the eyes. That's the only detail I remembered about this thing. But yeah, it's cool to have this now. Now I need to find a new Swain Reaper version, because if you haven't seen, my Swain version got broken too. Again. Well, I've been talking about it. I've been doing live streams a lot, and I've mentioned it a few times. Oh yeah, and so in 2004 in Kmart, I returned it for Big Head. I got Big Head Jangles instead. This is the exact one that I got. I've had the same one since 2004. And this was my Halloween room when I first started collecting Halloween. Before it was an extra bedroom. It became my dad's computer room, and now it's my bedroom. That I had the floating Grim Reaper there, the floating female ghost there, the floating black ghost against that wall. That Reaper for the day that I had it was hanging on that wall, pretty much where that pumpkin is. And then I got Big Head Jingles instead, and then he went there. Then I got the Spider Wind Chimes, and then the Treater Greeter Witch, and then I moved to that room because just in 2004, I quickly ran out of room in this room for all that Halloween stuff. So yeah, that was my original Halloween room. That's where it started in. What? So again, this is the current state of my Swain Reaper. It's pretty bad. The jaw got broken off. This broke off. I think it got glued. I sent this. It's at Lucas's uncle's house. The cloth is not put on right. I really hope I can find a new. I mean, I can probably get it working. I gave him the jaw for two. It broke in two pieces, so I just need to glue it back together and then glue. I want to glue the jaw to the mouth so that it's kind of like this. It won't move. It'll never move again because the joints that make it move were broke too. So yeah, if anyone finds another one of these, let me know, because yeah, this really sucks. This is the one I got from BJV, and this is what happened now. So yeah, there was another one that popped up shortly after I got that one, and I didn't get it. I wish I did now. But anyways, more back to this one. So the cloth, I don't know if it's just this one. It didn't come put on. I had to put the cloth on the hood. Yeah. And then you can hang it by the string, or you can hang it by this, or there's a stand that it has that's like the Big Mouth Billy Bass. You can pull the stand out, where if you just want the head to be on the ground or the floor, then this can stand, but it broke off. The pins are missing. But yeah, so there's 3 different ways you can use this, or display this, I guess. I always remembered having that stand. I never forgot about that. The one thing I don't like about this one in particular is the hood. They did the hood wrong. Look at this. This is where they cut the hole for the string, and this is supposed to be where the chin is, right? But look at this. It's not right. This is a defect. This is an error. So that's kind of annoying, because it's noticeable too. Like, it's not like it's not noticeable. You can kind of tell. Oh wait, maybe that's a little bit. I don't know. It's still not even though, you know. So that doesn't. I wish it wasn't like that, but, and that's probably just specifically with this one. So it was not working like I expected, but the motor for the eyes was just locked up. But all the wires for the lights were off. The eyes move in and out, so apparently the wires just pulled off. I don't know how much the person used this thing. They only had it listed for $5. They said no, pickup only, but I messaged them, and the shipping was 12 something. And they only had me pay a total of $20 for this. I was going to pay a lot more for it. And then here's the box for it. These Fitco Kmart boxes don't have really much of a description. Spooky Eyes Halloween Display. That's what they called this. The Swain one, I swear, was animated Halloween decor. This is why these are so hard to find. They don't even really have a name. Spooky Eyes Halloween Display. Pop-out lighted eyes, eerie sound effects. Sound activated. Don't you dare. There was a try button that you could hold down for this one too. With black cloak costume. So yeah, the fabric on this one was meant to be removable. But in both years, 2004 and 5, Kmart had the witch version too that had the spinning eyes. But I swear one of the years there was a witch one with green eyes. They're always orange, but I swear to God there was a green eye one too. And I swear one time, I know there's this small witch. Where did it go? This one, which was sold at Spencer's, because my old one that I found had a Spencer's tag on it. I swear I remember seeing a Reaper with orange eyes too. It didn't have the spinning eyes. I don't know what it did. Because it had a try me button where it didn't move. So it could be a miniature Swain version. I don't know. So there's another one I haven't seen since then. I only saw it one time. Orange Eye Reaper. Maybe it's false memory, just like this was, like where I thought this looked exactly like the Swain one. But keep in mind that it's something that could be that could exist though. Because I swear I remember a green eye witch and an orange eye Reaper too. But yeah, the spinning eyed witch was sold along with these at Kmart. And those ones are not as hard to find as the Reapers for some reason. I think those ones are a little bit more mass produced. Anyways, I've talked about this for a while now, so let's finally show it to you. You probably skipped the whole talking part. Oh, I got the two-headed Skeleton Reaper along with the Swain Reaper from Kmart and Big Head Drac. I got all three of those together on the same day in 2005. And I've done a review of all my Fitco items on Gemmy Master Animatronics, the Small Witch, the Small Reaper, the Large Witch, and the Vampire Head, and the Swain Reaper. I will link all 5 of those videos in this description so you can watch them if you haven't seen them. But anyways, here we go. Oh, of course you're not working. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's the excitement. You can see why I didn't really care about it so much being a little kid, especially, you know, since the floating ghosts were the things that really appealed to me. This is really boring compared to the floating ghosts. So I took it back, and then again, Big Head Jangles was purchased instead. So, but, you know, hey, it's so hard to find. It's very weird. It's a very weird concept. But it's more unique than, I mean, they did the spinning eyes so much, so this is really weird too, and creative, I guess. But on the camera, the LED eyes are not as red on the camera as they are in person. They're a lot more red in person. So yeah, that's the Reaper. And it's weird because again, my old one I had the I stopped moving right away, like not very, but again I used to use really cheap batteries that didn't even last an hour. So I'm pretty sure it was just the batteries that got low. But again, I didn't care. I just didn't really care for it at the time. So yeah, um, yeah, Fitco was a lot like Sunstar back then. This audio and the audio the witch it has, which is the same thing but in a female voice, pretty much. That was basically the only audios they really used. Then they made them and Pan Asian made the coffin ones, the skeleton, the both vampires. They used that's a third audio that they used. All the coffin ones have that same audio, and then I had the shaking version of a shaking Reaper that looked just like the Swain Reaper, but it just had that generic laughing audio from like the 80s and 90s. So that's like the fourth audio that they like used, and then the face changing Reapers that them and Pan Asian made. They have it's the same phrases as the coffin one, but it's modified a little bit. It has creaking sounds and stuff when the head spins. But besides that, that's pretty much the only phrases they used. And Sunstar is the same. They have like 6 different audios too that they always reuse all the time. But these were yeah, I mean these were kind of cheap. I mean they could break easily. Well, not the hanging ones really. The life size ones, the Swain Reaper. There's a life size one, and the headless skeleton. Those were kind of cheaply made. But these are still better made than Sunstar props because at least they're not paper material. They're actually, solid plastic. So yeah. So yeah, that's the Reaper I've been trying to tell everybody about and get. Yeah, I hope it was worth the wait. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below.